Hello everyone, myself Dr. Jyoti Gulwani with Research Methodology 1. As we have started with chapter number 1, our today's new topic is errors in business research. Whenever we do any kind of study or whenever we find answers for question, obviously errors arise because any study is not possible without errors or mistake. Whatever accuracy the researcher keeps, but then too there are chances of the errors. No study can be 100% accurate. So here we have to learn that different types of errors which can arise in our study. So here one chart is given. First of all, we have to learn total errors. That is how error arises. Under that, there are two types of errors, sampling error and non-sampling error. Now, there are no types for sampling error, but there are different types for non-sampling error. So, what are these types? Let us see. Number 1, response error. Number 2 is non-response error. Now, under response error, again there are 3 types, and again non-response error there are 2 types. So, firstly, let us start with the total error. What is total error? Total error, that is in statistical words, if you want to say, then it can be understood as mean difference between mean value of a particular variable of the population and mean value of the same variable measured by the research process. It is little bit difficult to understand. That is difference between mean value of population and mean value of the business research process. But if in our language, if we want to understand error, that means whatever study is conducted, then certain mistakes arises in our study, then that mistakes are known as the total error. Whatever error arises because of any reason it arises, that is known as your total error. कोई भी चीज़ की वजह से एरर अराइज हुई है इन योर फुल स्टडी विद द सैम्पलिंग, विद द नॉन सैम्पलिंग, विद एनी रीजन, इफ सर्टेन मिस्टेक अराइज, then it is known as our total error. That is the simple meaning of the total error. Now let us firstly start with the sampling error. What is sampling error over here? So see, first of all, what is sample? That we know very well. We have understood it in the terminologies. Your sample is a subset of your population. Whatever population you have decided, your sample is a subset of that population. Take for example, for your study, a full TY BBA class is a population. For your any kind of study, your total population is your TY BBA class. आपकी कोई भी study के लिए आपका TY BBA का class है, that is your population. But on this full student study is not possible, suppose. Then what a researcher will do, they will take either 8 to 10 students from this full TY BBA class. कोई भी वजह से सब लोगों के ऊपर अगर स्टडी पॉसिबल नहीं है तो उसमें से 8-10 जन लेंगे फॉर दी स्टडी. नाउ सी the answer of this 8 to 10 people will not represent the full class of TY BBA. Whatever answers they will give, it will not represent the full answer of the class. 8-10 जन ने जो आंसर दिए हैं वही आंसर पूरे क्लास का होगा, दैट इज़ नॉट श्योर. और ये रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करता है कि सारे के सारे क्लास का यही आंसर होगा. सो हियर सर्टेन मिस्टेक्स अराइज इन दी स्टडी. Whatever error arises because of the sample problem, that is whatever sample size you have taken, obviously it is not going to represent the full population. So you cannot say that your answers are 100% right. So whatever mistakes arise in the answer, these are known as the sampling errors. बिकॉज ऑफ सैम्पल ओनली। आपका सैम्पल राइट है, आपने बराबर उसको चुना है, बट देन टू आंसर ऑफ दिस 8 to 10 people are not representing the answer of the full class. That's why certain mistakes will be there in the study. हम क्या करेंगे, वो 8-10 जन का ही आंसर दिमाग में लेके बाकी सबका भी ऐसा ही अज्यूम कर लेंगे कि इनका आंसर भी यही होगा, एंड वी विल गिव द रिजल्ट. But this will be the fake result, or this will be the result with the mistakes. So which mistakes are here? Sampling mistakes, or it is known as sampling errors. Mind well, sample is right. आपने जिसको चूज किया वो राइट है, लेकिन उनका आंसर पूरे क्लास को रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करता, और सैम्पल आंसर डज नॉट रिप्रेजेंट द फुल पॉपुलेशन आंसर. सो दिस इज नोन एज अ सैम्पलिंग error. Now let us move towards the non-sampling error. That means your sample is right, you have chosen everything right, everything is going right, but then two certain mistakes are arising. Why mistakes are arising? That, see, we have seen here there are two types of non-sampling error: response error, non-response error. Means आपने सैम्पल बराबर चुना है, आपकी साइज भी बराबर है, आपका आंसर पूरे क्लास को रिप्रेजेंट भी करता है, बट देन टू देयर अराइजेस मिस्टेक. क्यों अराइज होती है? रिस्पॉन्स एरर. दैट मीन्स योर सैम्पल साइज इज गिविंग यू द आंसर. आपका सैम्पल है, वो आपको आंसर दे रहा है, फिर भी मिस्टेक अराइज हो रही है. Non-response error, that means your sample is not giving you the answer because of certain reason. आपने जिनको चुना है वो आपको आंसर नहीं दे रहा है because of certain reasons. That why certain mistakes arises. Non-sampling error, your sample size is right, everything is right, size is right, but then too when they do give the answers, but then two mistakes arise, it is known as response error. And when they don't give answer and when mistake arises, then it is known as non-response error. So firstly we are going with non-response error. That means when they are not giving us the answer. Now non-response error, that is when a sample size is not giving the answers. Now why sample is not giving the answer? You have selected them, but then too they are not ready to give the answers. Why? This is because of two reasons. Number one is unwillingness. Now what is unwillingness? When your respondent knows the answer, but then too they don't want to give the answer. Repeating it again, your sample size knows the answer, but then too they don't want to give the answer. उनको आंसर पता है, फिर भी वो जवाब नहीं दे रहे हैं. Why? Because of all these reasons. Now let us check these reasons. Number one, sensitive question. When you ask them sensitive question, take for example, if you are asking any person related to their personal health, related to their bad habits, related to their family problem, or related to their religion matters, or etc. These are the sensitive question. Now in this kind of questions, they know the answer but they don't want to give the answers. Personal health, bad habits, family problem, religious matter, income. If you are going to ask this type of question, then people will not give you the answer. Then they are not interested. Sometimes you have selected sample size, but they don't want to give the answer because they are not having interest in your study. It depends on their liking and disliking. It depends on their mood. At that time, they don't have mood to give the answer, so they will not reply. Then, out of context. Out of context, that means you are going with your subject, but according to them, it is not related to your subject. Take for example, when hero and heroines are launching their movie, at that time they start promotions. Now, when they are doing promotions of the movie and when any reporter asks them about their personal relationship, at that time they will not give answer. Why? According to them it is out of context. Why? Because they are doing the promotion of the movie, so only reporter can ask questions related to movie only. But if you ask them personal question, then it becomes out of context. Then meaningless and useless. Sometimes your samples thinks that it is useless and meaningless, so they will not give you the answer. Did not have time. Certain respondent don't have time to give you answer because of their busy schedule, because of their work. They don't find time to give answer to your questions. Then too much mental efforts. Suppose if you are giving any practical problem to solve to your respondent, if you are giving any mathematical question or any scientific calculation which requires calculative part, at that time they think that it will require too much mental efforts. At that time they will not give you the answer. So these are the certain points where your respondent thinks that they would not give you the answer. So what is unwillingness over here? When your respondent knows the answer but they don't want to give the answer. Next is inability to answer. Part number B, non-response error, when your respondents are not giving you the answer. So in this, number B is inability to answer. That means they don't know the answer, that's why they are not giving the answer. उनको पता ही नहीं है कि इसका आंसर क्या होगा, that's why they are not providing the answer. So what are the reasons behind not knowing the answer? So these are the 4 points of not knowing the answer. Let us start with the first one. When it is out of knowledge, that means they don't know a particular thing. For example, to the housewife, if you ask about the investment option, then it becomes out of knowledge to the housewife. If you ask to your mom who is working at home only, and to her, if you ask that which are the investment option where you can invest your money, so obviously it is going to be out of knowledge for her. In the same way, to your grandparents, if you ask anything into different language, that is in French or in other language, at that time this language becomes out of knowledge to them. That's why here they don't know the answer and even they cannot reply your question. Lapse of memory. Lapse of memory, that is they forget something. Like suppose if you are asked that in last year how many movies you have watched with your family members. मैं अगर आपको पूछती हूँ कि लास्ट ईयर में आपने आपके फैमिली मेम्बर्स के साथ कितनी मूवी देखी है, तो ऑब्वियसली you cannot remember it, that how many movies you have seen with your family members. This is what lapse of memory. Or if I ask that in last year on this date what you did, आपने यही डेट पे लास्ट ईयर में क्या किया था, obviously it will not be remembered by you. So in this kind of situation you cannot give the answer. Next is language barrier and semantic barrier. These are the synonyms actually, language barrier and semantic barrier. That means you are not able to give answer because of the language is not known to you. If, take for example, you are going to Kerala and if people are talking to you in their own language over there, if they are talking into Kannada or if they are talking with you into Malayalam, at that time there will be a barrier with you or there is an obstacle with you that you are not able to give the answer because of the language. So these are the 3 reasons actually which comes under the heading of inability to answer. Let us take a look again into this. We have started with total error, that is whatever work are you doing, it is not 100% accurate, it is with a certain mistakes, which is known as your total error. There are two types of error: sampling error, non-sampling error. Sampling error, that is whatever sample you have selected, if it is not representing the full population, then it is known as sampling error. Then what is non-sampling error? That is sample which is selected by you is proper, but then two certain mistakes arises because of two reasons: response error, non-response error. Response error, that means your respondents are giving you the answer, but then two certain mistakes arise. That is known as your response error. Non-response error, that means when your respondent does not give you the answer, at that time certain mistakes arises. There are 2 points: unwillingness and inability. Unwillingness, that means your respondent knows the answer, but they don't want to give the answers because of certain reason that we have seen. Inability, your respondent does not know the answer, that's why they are not replying, again because of certain reasons. Again we have seen it. Now the response error, this we will see in the next video. So till then, stay tuned. Goodbye.